We're hoping to kind of accelerate towards a wider release, probably looking at like a full early access somewhere midsummer. So they can basically at this point, you're sort of joining our playtests and helping us like troubleshoot, make sure like the servers are stable, matchmaking works. If you spawn a server in Florida, the server didn't put one up in Australia and make your ping shit, like we're testing like all the actual things that go into the back ends. And we've also been doing what we're calling the convict intake program, which is like, you sign up for an account and you can participate in activities and get points. And at the moment, some of those points will go towards, spice rewards. In the futures, we'll be building that into game rewards as well. So you could potentially, continue to build loyalty within the system and then contribute towards unlocks and, cool stuff in the game later.
Welcome back to Solana Creator House at GDC. Today, John, VP of Marketing from Lowlife Forms, is going to tell me how to play Lowlife Forms. We're looking at our character screen. You were saying that this is something that isn't going to be quite the same when it goes live, but just talk us through the characters right now.
Sure, yeah. And so the little thing at the top is sort of a dev cheat, and you can kind of spin the wheel and see what a bunch of them look like. But so yeah, you see kind of all your stats over on the right side here. And, basically, right here is kind of like the main point you want to look at, because the weapons are sort of divided into different classes. So we have like high tech, mid tech, energy weapons, and low tech. So it's like they each kind of character class and has different affinities for the different things. So so if you favor certain kinds of weapons, it's probably better to like you use ones that kind of match your play style and stuff. And the other thing too is up here, you can kind of start to see what the differences in classes. Like the bigger guys will have more health. Like the hunters will have a lot more speed and jumping ability. So it's kind of like you're just sort of choosing how you want to play in a way here. And we're trying to give you some hints on how that works.
Trying to see if I can roll some S and S pluses, but I'm not doing very well. Oh, there we go. S plus. S
yeah,
plus.
The smugglers are pretty good. The hunters are the fastest one. They're also pretty, they're pretty squishy.
Oh, that sounds like not me. There we go. We'll go for a thick boy, I think.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more beef to shoot off him.
And when the dev mode cheat's gone, how are we selecting our players?
Very similarly. So we will both be checking your wallet and see the playable characters that you have, and those will be available. And we'll have also a small selection of default characters. And we'll offer, more character packs and stuff going forward. But in this early sessions, we're doing, we're starting to open up very soon to limited numbers in the community, and so they can basically at this point, you're sort of joining our playtests and helping us like troubleshoot, make sure like the servers are stable, matchmaking works. Like if you spawn a server in Florida, the server didn't put one up in Australia and make your ping shit, we're testing like all the actual things that go into the back ends that is, somewhat hard to simulate if your team's kind of small. Like you can only put up so many games at a time and move around the world so many places.
And how are the playtesters finding it? Are they enjoying them?
Yeah. So far, we've actually taken the game to quite a few events. We were at this GDC, last GDC. We went out to Miami for to hang out with Magic Eden for the Art Basel conference. And yeah, we had a lot of people come through, and they were having a good time, I think. So
okay. So I've picked my character. I think I'm going to stick with this guy. It looks like he's got a good spread, like not too slow. It's got some decent health about him.
Yeah, he's got good armor.
Okay.
When it says high tech here for the weapon affinities, you're looking for more like energy weapons and beam weapons and things like that. So he'll get a little bit of a damage bonus on weapons like that.
And when you say looking for it, is it kind of picking up the weapons as we're running around?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So a lot like old school, Quake, Unreal, Halo, Destiny, there will be weapon spawners throughout the map, and they'll,
And how many different types of weapons, like you're saying with the affinities, how many different types of
each character class? I think we're looking at least there's 4 affinities. So 3 are weapon classes. That's low tech, high tech, and mid tech. And then the 4th is basically an affinity with magic powers. So the espers are like the mages of our world, and they'll generate more the vital force, which is like the mana, quicker. So they'll have more access to their like, you know, their superpowers and their melee abilities because there's magic attached to those. So you can do like radial force pushes and force pushes, and there's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff kind of attached to the mana bar. And so a lot of times, like, you know, an Esper might be pretty mid at a lot of the weapons, but like, you know, she can power up a lot on the superpowers and stuff. So
And now we picked it, just press play and we're good.
yeah, and I guess the other thing you can have a look at while we're here is you go to abilities,
Okay.
and take a preview of some of that. So the basic ones, you know, those set up your basic melee attacks. And so I was mentioning the radial force that kind of like sends out like a small shockwave away from you, and you can like damage whoever's in your vicinity. You can also use powers like that to like, you know, chuck grenades back at people. So if you see a grenade coming and you able to radial, you can, you know, push it away from you.
Okay, you've sold me on Radial Force.
Yeah, so that's usually what I pick. Yeah, push force is a little bit more like straight ahead. So it's a little more powerful in one spot, but then it's harder to aim because you're not like hitting everything around you. And ground pound is kind of an aerial attack, so you can like, you know, if you get jumping real high off an obstacle and you hit your power, you know, you'll slam to the ground and do like a radial damage. So that's, you know, pretty fun. And it can also be very situational. You know, we have a couple modes where the gravity is really light. So if you're floating around a lot and people are like, you know, trying to push you out of bounds, you know, you can pound back to earth and like save yourself.
Okay, that sounds cool.
And then the other, and once you choose one of those, there's more abilities. If you go back to abilities, the supers are also in the tacticals.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know how deep you want to get, but you know, so these are basically the ones like when your mana is fully juiced up. It's kind of like your super move, and so each of them have a little bit different, you know, flavor.
Oh, I'm sold by Midas Touch without even reading what it is.
Yeah, so that's like your like super gun upgrade. So I kind of inspired back by like Goldeneye. There's a mode called the man with the golden gun.
Yeah.
And we have a game type that's based on that too, but it's kind of the idea like whatever weapon you're carrying, if you use Midas Touch, it'll like upgrade it. So generally more damage, more ammo, you know, more output. They're fun.
Oh, focus and see enemies. There we go.
Yeah,
That's like much help as I
that's
can.
super cool.
Yeah, I need as much help as I can in that aspect.
Yeah, and you'll see when you get to the HUD, there's you know, the buttons, but Z is kind of like the, you know, if you have third eye, you'll burn a little bit of mana and you can like see where your enemies are through walls and obstacles and stuff.
Okay, so we've loaded up in the warm up.
Yeah, so this is kind of gets your bearings and they'll start in a few seconds.
Okay. And what's my aim? What am I trying to do other than just kill the other people?
Points.
Points to kill?
Shoot people, get you points, basically.
Okay.
It's a shooter. It's an arena shooter. And especially in this round, because you know, the game changes a lot as the you know, the game progresses, but the first round at the moment is always like, you know, standard operating procedure, like basic weapons, basic powers, just looking for hard targets here.
Let's see if I can find a better weapon for my pistol. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, someone's shooting me already. You said Z for my wall hack. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, we're
getting
going away.
double,
There's one. Oh, there's one. Let me just reload. Oh, I got a kill. And you're saying that I should be looking for energy weapons?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we.
Let's see if we can take this guy out, and then we'll.
Actually, this is one because you can tell down on his gun it says high tech. So.
Okay. Oh, I
and
see.
He's got that little up arrow, sort of letting you know that that's one of your bonuses.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm not got wrecked.
And down in this little you know, rotary thing in the end, the middle, those kind of like show where your powers are. So your sight is Z, F is your melee ability, and Y will be your super when it fills up.
Oh, ammo full. I thought it was a grenade. Literally.
Yeah, you get those too eventually. Those pop up in your Q slot over here.
Oh, so these are they hands? Oh, they are hands.
Yeah, they some of the weapon spawners have little hands.
And do I just have my pistol, my one gun, and then a grenade? Is that kind of my full kit?
Yes. And then you'll also have health pickups, like those 4 and 5 slots down on your bottom left.
Okay.
4s will be health, which are usually mushrooms, and then 5 are like shield crystals.
And just Okay, yeah, so I've just added some shield there. Oops,
Exactly.
someone's shooting me.
And someone already took it off almost.
I like this aim
Yeah.
hack one. It's very much needed. Big.
Survival's an important part too.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were on my team. Okay, I'm running. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
basically, if you can see their name card, they're on your team, and if you don't, you should probably shoot them.
Let me use my. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna run for a second. Oh, I've got some. Did your health come back, or do I have to find the health crystals?
Yeah, you have to find health.
Okay, cool. So,
Or if you die, you'll come back with full health. That's another,
I suppose that's
another healing method. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's gonna throw my grenade in.
I saw like all the lasers coming out of that cave, and I'm like, that looks like a good spot to walk in. I think.
Okay, so we got that. We'll get another thing. Let's see if we can.
And
find
so,
it.
also one thing to notice is like all this stuff around the level, like all these statues and little caves and stuff. They actually spawn in different orientations every time. So, like if you think of the map kind of oriented like a piece, like a whole pizza, and every slice would have like something different on it every time you spawn the map. So the centerpiece could be like at this one you saw like these caves. We had one like the giant tree. There's ones with like different platforms and a little cathedral. So like the the idea is like even if you're playing the same level, there's going to be like different elements that switch out.
So you could rather than kind of similar to Counter-Strike where you can learn a full map, you can learn a segment, but you don't know how that segment's then.
Right. So you might see it reappear in a new spot or have something else replace it. So what you were playing in the first round was called Core. And then and this is right now sort of a curated selection of some of the games that we'll have. And basically like players will end up accumulating either buying or acquiring through play mod cards. And so they basically can change all of the variables in the game in some way. So it could be like the look could look different, like it could look black and white, or it could look nighttime, daytime. We have one that kind of looks more like a comic book, sort of like Borderlands style. And then there's a lot of like functional stuff, like if everyone could have double shields, or everyone could have no shields, or there's one where headshots are always a one-hit kill. There, so people can mix and match and try to make like the gameplay that they want to play, and then turn out their own gameplay for in terms of these game playlists.
Okay, and then you were saying before about if there was low gravity. So is that one of the kind of options?
Yeah, we could try that out. The next in the next round, if you pick the game called Moonwalker, that has basically all the characters will have a triple jump and the gravity's turned down, so you can get really high and like it's almost like swimming. It almost feels a little bit like an underwater level because everyone's aerial and kind of floating around, and creates quite a different experience.
Oh, I think I'm in the wrong place. Yep.
And you got to be careful of those barriers too on the outside. And that can also be a little bit tactical as well. So if you're using a power that pushes people away, like either the shockwave super or some of the radial pushes, you can send people into them for like basically like instant death.
Yeah, I was just testing it out.
Yeah.
And so
the QA the barrier.
So is the theming that, because I know it's very much focused on kind of we're criminals essentially. So it's the theming that we've all been thrown into this arena to just fight it out.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the episode and the area is called the can because it's like it's a little like a Running Man style where they've grabbed all these prisoners to battle each other. And you may have saw it. It's a little bit of a placeholder, but there was a screen that came up that showed our commentators, and if we had the audio on, they had a we have basically like Madden or FIFA style announcers that kind of give you some highlights as you're going through the game, and as big plays happen, and they tell stories of their glory days in the can and all that kind of stuff. So there's a bit of like color commentary, and it's treated a little bit more like a sport. I don't know who that was. That might have been somebody from our team because someone's making platforms. Yeah.
So on this card screen, are we voting as players?
Yes. So I would hit Moonwalker if you want to try low gravity. That one's particularly fun. But yeah, so you basically for our demo releases, like I said, these are sort of curated for ones we've kind of like identified as being particularly fun. at the moment. And then as we're rolling out, closer to wide release, we'll have a mode where people can like basically make their own. And so you like name a game type, put in whatever cards you want, and then invite people to play it, or put it out into the world. So this is they're showing you right now what cards would be active in this playlist.
Oh, okay. So so it's got a selection of kind of looks and rules.
Yeah. So yeah, there'll be a whole thing where you can browse those and read all their effects, and
And do you expect people to kind of get proud of the mode they made and try and convince people to play that more? Is there any?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Like, and I think too, like there should be some fun in just like trying to break it in a way, right? Like, I'm sure people are going to do some wild stuff that we haven't anticipated. But yeah, so this one in particular, you are, you can gain a lot more verticality. And you also spawn with both a assault rifle and like a shotgun, and the shotgun, which we're calling Double Vinny, in this particular mode actually behaves a little different than other modes. We basically turned on an infinite hit scan for the shotgun, so it's like if you want to like shoot a guy all the way across the map, you can. But it turns out to be like super OP for other maps. But we thought it was really fun in this.
This is really hard to keep up with someone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be pretty tricky.
Yeah. Like every time I find someone, they just blow away. It's a good one.
Yeah. And one of the powers that is an option is you can conjure platforms. So one thing that's particularly fun in this mode too is you can like jump really high and start making like stuff to stand on.
Oh, I think that's what someone's doing up here.
Yeah, there's one, and you can shoot those. Eventually,
Okay.
You can damage them with normal fire. Looks like you're out of ammo on one of them, so you can either mouse wheel or hit 2 or pick up more ammo.
Running.
And also the power you have from Golden Guy or Midas Touch. Golden Guy is the name of a playlist.
Is that Z? Is it the Midas Touch?
It will be Y, and you're at 92, I think. So once that fills up, you might be there almost.
Oh yeah, I think it's just gone full there. I think that kill got it.
Yeah. See if you can hit it. See if it works.
Oh, there you go.
So you're momentarily invincible. So that's a bit of a tactical advantage. So when you want to trigger one, and then also you can see how it has the golden insignia.
Okay, yeah.
Letting you know that your stuff's going to do more damage and hurt people.
Well, I did just get my first kill, so I think it's
pretty good. Pretty good. And another bonus with Midas Touch is it refills your ammo. So if you're like holding on to the power and you run out of clips really quick, if you trigger that, you'll be back up. Comes in handy if you're one of these guys that wants to camp up on the top with the platforms, because you're not near any ammo stations, but you can refill with that.
And you said that it's in testing right now. When can first off, can the general public start playing it, or is it kind of
not yet? We're looking at very soon. There'd been a couple things delaying it, but we're gonna have some more people probably start to come into the game by next week. And we're hoping to kind of accelerate towards a wider release so everybody can play really soon. I think we're probably looking at like a full early access somewhere midsummer. Mid to late summer. But yeah, so like we're kind of like bringing on small cohorts, at a time, and then kind of extending it to, basically test all of the servers and backends and matchmaking, and then, basically shining up all the UI and taking all the placeholder crap out and, getting it ready for showtime. But
I feel very bouncy on this one. I think this sniper's actually a lot better than I thought it would be on this one. To chase it around.
Yeah, it's kind of like skeet shooting, right? Like you're or duck hunting. Like you see everybody flying in the air, you get a good shot. So you got a headshot on that one.
Oh. Let me just see if we can see where this person is.
Oh, he didn't. Right behind the wall.
Chase him down. So for people who are looking to stay up to date with what's happening with Lowlife Forms, where is the best place to keep up to date with what you guys are doing?
I would say at the moment, our main X account at Lowlife Forms has the most, because we have a lot of accounts of they're going every which direction. Like we have fictional character accounts, we have the Spice account, we have the studio account. But I would say Lowlife Forms is the easiest one to follow because we kind of like collate all the big news and stuff there. And we've also been doing what we're calling the convict intake program, which is like, you sign up for an account and you can, participate in activities and get points. And at the moment, some of those points will go towards, Spice rewards. In the future, we'll be building that into game rewards as well. So you could potentially, continue to build loyalty within the system, and then, contribute towards unlocks and cool stuff in the game later.
Well, it's been very good getting to learn more about the game. I've managed to get some kills, so I don't think I've embarrassed myself.
Yeah, I got a couple.
That moon one's a good mode.
Yeah, I like that one. I think I like the crazier ones probably more. At the studio, a lot of people love this, like the sniper matches and stuff. We have one called Sniper's Nest, and every weapon that spawn has a scope. So it's it's really, really popular with the campers of our team. What's the other one? There's another one that's I'm blanking on the name. But there's one that's like all explosives. Bomb World, that's the one. Basically, everyone spawns with rocket launchers and grenade launchers, and like the map is littered with like mines and explosive barrels and stuff. So everything blows up. I see. If you go to loadout real quick. Oh, I don't have time. Sorry. I was gonna say I'd encourage you to hit the platform on that one too, because like it's nice to kind of camp up there and just rain rockets on people. Yeah, there's definitely games where like it's very careful and precise, and it's like people sticking to the ground and hiding and using cover, and this isn't one of those. This is just like spray and pray.
And with people kind of building their own game modes, will they be able to do like custom matches for like team play, kind of like for esports style?
For sure. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff in the wings for that coming. And I believe we still have it so that all explosive weapons are they're neutral, which means they can damage your own team or the other team. So if you're that guy, this is one mode for you. I always found it fun in Helldivers, just accidentally nuking someone on the way to a battle.
I think I just got someone. I'm worried that I'm suddenly just going to get loads of them from the sky after what you mentioned of people popping up the top.
But yeah, and I guess I don't know how much you've noticed, but like the middle of this level has like a big tree now instead of, and the one that you played before with the low gravity had like more platforms. So it's, kind of example where, the level will sort of recreate itself for, in some cases more random. And then in some cases, like Moonwalker, we've kind of set it up with, more of a fun orientation with the platforms in the air. So you have like, more stuff to get to and more places to hide up there.
Okay, I like this one. I got double kill. So
yeah,
this is better for me. Just to not even getting near them.
See, there you go.
Oh, they're hiding up there. Big bang.
Yeah, I like that.
This is a good one for all the explosives. I can see it's slightly less. Maybe there's a little bit of skill to it, but definitely more fun.
Yeah, like we want to have some sort of like chaotic kind of party mode sort of stuff too, where take that seriously.
I've got no ammo. Oh.
Well, you can switch. You have a grenade launcher on the other one.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, you can eat your own grenades too if you want to peace out, get more ammo on the respawn.
Oh, there we go. They held me out and got rid of me.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
I really enjoyed playing it. Look forward to more people being able to play it and jump in. And I'm sure we'll catch you around a bit.
Great. Thanks.